This is ANN News Brief.
Good afternoon, I'm Olajumoke Olatunji. UN Human Rights Office said on Tuesday nearly 300 million civilians have been killed in malicious attacks this year. A surging intercommunal violence across the country threatens the presidential election due later this month. The Malian elections are aimed at ending 6 years of political unrest, jihadist attacks and ethnic clashes. But the situation has degenerated in recent months and spilled over into neighboring countries. Mali's government has repeatedly said the polls in which incumbent President Ibrahim Keita is seeking re-election will go ahead as planned. But the relentless violence threatens to significantly depress turnout. According to investigations by peacekeeping mission, at least 289 civilians have been killed in incidents of communal violence since the start of the year. Egypt's parliament has passed a law giving the state powers to block social media accounts and penalize journalists. Under the law passed on Monday, social media accounts and blogs with more than 5,000 followers on sites will be treated as media outlets, which makes them subject to prosecution. The bill prohibits the establishment of websites without obtaining a license from the Supreme Council and allows it to suspend or block existing websites or impose fines on editors. Hundreds of news sites and blogs have been blocked in recent months, and around a dozen people have been arrested this year. Amnesty International critics have condemned the move as an act to stop dissent. We will be back after this short break.
Shining our eyes on breaking news, whether in the east or in the west, with Al-Shabaab in Somalia and Boko Haram in Nigeria, with turbulence in the north and agitation in the south. Wherever you live in Nigeria, wherever news happens in Africa, we've got it covered. ANN News, connecting Africans in a truly African spirit. There is a new all-news network on the scene in Nigeria to give news from a purely news perspective and to promote free information flow across Africa. African News Network, ANN, fresh views, unbiased, bold, with a purely African view. Watch ANN News on MITV. ANN, in a truly African spirit.
Welcome back. So we've been discussing the state of the Nigerian unions on our social media platforms. That discussion continues today in light of the incident that occurred last week between the Nigerian Labour Congress and telecommunications giant MTN. NLC picketed MTN Nigeria locations and disrupted its operations because the company's employees are not unionized. MTN accused the NLC members of attacking and even injuring some of its workers. Some of its equipment at some of its locations are said to have been damaged by the picketers. NLC has threatened it will continue the action. On its Instagram page, MTN said its concerns is the safety and well-being of its staff and that its staff can join any union if they so choose. It also says it will ensure they are not forced to join any union except as provided in the Nigerian Constitution. The Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria, of which MTN is a member, condemned NLC's action, damage to equipment and disruption of MTN operations. It emphasized that employees of its members are free to join or form associations if they so choose. We started discussing Nigeria's labor issues on our social media platform and would like you to join the conversation on Facebook, facebook.com/ANN Africa TV. And on Twitter at ANN Africa TV. We ask, are workers obligated to join unions? What role should the federal government play in this instance? Be a part of this conversation now at facebook.com/ANN Africa TV and on Twitter at ANN Africa TV. Who knows, your comments may be read live and air in our subsequent bulletins. That's ANN Brief. Thanks for listening. For more details and updates, follow us on Twitter at ANN Africa TV. Also visit our website, annafrica.net. I'm Olajumoke Olatunji.